Hi everyone, my name is Martha. I'm a clinical sexologist and I'm the instigator and the initiator of Clean and Clear. It's a 30-day campaign on letting go on negative emotions so that we can have pleasure come into our lives. Today I have with me three friends. And I just want you to maybe introduce yourself briefly, who you are, where you're from, what you do, why you're here, how you came to know about the campaign. Just whatever you'd like to share.
I guess I'll start hi, I'm Vina. I'm from Singapore. I met Martha 2 days ago for the first time because I went for her workshop about emotional release techniques, and she's the one who told me about this Clean and Clear campaign. That's why I said I would join. I'm in HR, been a counselor as well, and I'm on sabbatical right now because I've got a burnout. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Vina.
Hi, good morning. Where I'm at, I'm Goddess Keisha. I was introduced to the campaign through Reverend Goddess Charmaine. I work in insurance. I'm an underwriting assistant, and I look forward to 30 days of learning and becoming someone different at the end of the 30 days.
Thank you, beautiful Keisha. Goddess.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shane. I'm from Los Angeles, and I've met Martha maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, and I came to this workshop for the similar reasons of understanding more about how to be emotionally positive and release negative emotions. I'm a technologist. I work in different areas of technology, but yeah, that's me.
Great. Thank you for introducing yourself. So today we're making this call. The purpose is to, I guess, give you guys a little bit of a head start on what this campaign is about and what you can expect, and get you into the right frame of mind about what to do. And maybe you have any questions, you can ask me. We can set intentions together. Is that all right? And I don't want to belabor the point. Like, we don't have to keep it like a really long call if everyone is clear. I just thought it would be nice for us to connect and know each other a little bit, because it's going to be completely up to you how much you want to share. There are people who are just like voyeurs and just watching. So I have done similar campaigns in the past. And this time is different because I have included my friends. I've interviewed 8 experts. Most of them are sex educators, and they're sharing their emotional releasing techniques as well. Okay, so I was in Penang, was it last week? And I recorded 14 different emotional release techniques. And I did last week and the week before, and one tomorrow morning. 8 expert interviews. So what's happening is, because there are 4 weeks, 30 days, 4 weeks. And so I'm going to release 2 interviews every week and about 3 to 4 emotional release techniques per week. So that's pretty much going to be 1 video every day, more or less, coming to you in the Facebook group. So I will have everything labeled on the top, and I hope that's clear. And the invite is that as you watch the videos, you don't just watch them, you make the videos if you like to, or if you don't want to make videos, because now we can do like Facebook Live. You can just basically make a little video of you doing those techniques and put it into the Facebook group. You could do that, or you could just do it by yourself. And some people are shy, they just want to do it by themselves. So what I'm committing to doing for 30 days is I'm going to do 10 minutes of emotional release every day. So I'm not just sharing with you information and videos and resources. Like, I'm doing it. I show myself doing it. And so that is my promise to the group. And I'm modeling this behavior. And I want to give you guys permission to know that you can be as silly, as ridiculous as you want in your emotional release technique, and you can do it with me. So you can watch that video, do it with me and laugh at me or whatever. But I wanted to give permission to people to know that they are not alone in wanting to be very conscious about letting go on negative emotions. Yeah. So I have done emotional release for many years now, and I only came across this some of these techniques only in November. And what happened immediately after this workshop that I attended, which was ISTA Level 1 training, me and my friend TC, we committed to do this emotional release technique. So we would meet every morning before he went to work, because I have flexible working hours. We would meet every morning and we would do emotional release together. And we would do it for a minimum of half an hour. And we did it on and off because, you know, there were days when we were sick and things like that and just not well. And so we did it continuously for 28 days on and off. But I mean, if I count it, it's actually 28 days. And we felt really, really, really good. And one of the things that I noticed was I was always clearing the stuff that happened or bothered me from the day before. But as the time went on, because it was 30 minutes, I started going into clearing other stuff. Childhood stuff started coming up. And all these things were locked in my body physically. And we have tension and anxiety, all these things stuck in our bodies. And so that was being released physically. And there are some techniques that I'll be sharing that will be not so physical, it will be more energetic, but there's a real importance in the body's wisdom. The body, the emotional body stores things. And what we're doing is we are just going through the motions, we're releasing, we don't know what we're releasing, we just have the intent of releasing. And we may know what we're releasing, we may not know, but it's really about letting go with the intent of letting go and focusing on letting in pleasure. So we need to be very conscious about that. So when we do emotional release, the recommendation is that you give yourself a little bit of time for the new energies to integrate, because once you've let go of stuff, then your body feels new. So you give yourself some time to breathe through it, to reintegrate, to calm down, so that you don't take that stuff and put it onto someone. You let that reintegrate, and you can set an intent of what is it that you want to invite into your life. Obviously, all of us want to let go of bad and let in good. However, I don't think a lot of us are intentional about what we are doing. And so this is the whole point of the 30 days. So the request is really to just try your best to do 10 minutes a day. So yeah, so that's what you can expect. And there'll be a whole list of the free gifts that each of the experts will be offering. They're very generous in offering their time, their expertise, free books and things like that. And so it's quite, it's like an encouragement and I guess an offer of friendship. So they're all also in the group and they will be participating as well. We have someone new. I don't know where Shane is. He's maybe brushing his teeth or something. Hello, Lukman. Would you like to introduce yourself? We cannot see you, but we can feel you.
Yes.
No, I'm not talking to you, Shane. I'm talking to this Lukman. Okay, never mind. So I've been talking for a bit now, and I don't want this to be like a martyr thing. Do you have any questions for me?
I'm just wondering, because there's so many techniques. Are we supposed to do a specific one each day, or what do we do?
Yes. So I'll be introducing about 3 or 4 every week, because there are 14 that I recorded, and actually there are more. And so as the videos are being released, my hope is that you do that for that day. At least do it once and maybe do more of it. So like, for instance, obviously the first 1 day or 2 days, it will be like maybe only one video released, and then maybe you'll get another in the 3rd or 4th day. And so maybe you just keep doing that one until you get the next video. Lukman left. And and then and it's pretty much free and easy, really. As you come up, as you get to know more and more techniques, you can then do more and more. So I schedule it in such a way that I have the simpler ones first, and a little bit more complicated ones, and then simple one, more complicated one. So over time you have like more and more, and then you just pick and choose whatever you like. I'm not really attached to what you do. I'm more interested in you just committing to doing the 10 minutes. And as we come across new things, it's important to just try them, whether we like it or not.
I have a question. With the you mentioned that you started doing this with someone else, and you started noticing some childhood things coming up. Is there a like with the things that did come up for your childhood? Did it? I mean, do you find that the more and more that you do it, the less things come up, or that that you've healed that part of yourself? I mean, I don't think we always kind of just heal. I mean, we're always healing every day. But I just wanted to know your experience with that when you were doing it then.
Yeah, thank you for that. I find that we are so busy resting from what happened the previous day or healing from the previous day. And because we were doing half an hour, we were actually going deeper. We were letting go of the mental and going more into like a little bit of like a meditation or trance. And so as we went deeper, the childhood stuff started coming up. And as the days went by, it did feel like there was less things, less and less baggage. And so then I just went through it, because I was treating it as a little bit like aerobics. I was just committing to doing the exercise whether things came up or not. And so I just did it as aerobics. And so then I said, what else? And then I just followed that memory, or maybe there were things that happened, and then I would say, actually, where is this coming from? And then I would have more things to go into from my childhood. And as all these things started clearing out, it was so interesting that I was having more joy in my life. I was just happy for no reason. And that was something that would not have happened if I wasn't doing the emotional release. And I was definitely noticing I had more energy, even though I was probably even sleeping less hours. I had more energy. I was more creative. I was more productive. I was more creative. I came up with ideas of things to do or like people to see. And so as I was doing the emotional release, there were many times I said to myself, I wish I had a book to write down all these things coming up. And this came up more and more as the weeks went by. So I feel it wasn't just the emotional release. I felt it was the room for things to start flowing better. And it was just silly things like, oh, you really need to talk to this person, or like, you must do this today. Like, they would just come up because they were the first thing that we were doing, me and my friend were doing. And my friend, I don't think he minds me sharing his story, because he shared his story with Vina just 2 days ago. And he said that he notices that he was doing things that he normally wouldn't do on a Saturday. Like, he was getting things done. He was sorting out his playlist, and he was cleaning his room, things that he would just let slide. And that's because we don't feel so bogged down, I feel. And yeah, so anyway, that's his story. So I don't want to go so much into it. And I definitely felt better. And people said I looked better. I looked lighter. And I'm actually doing this 30 days because I've been told that I need to do it. So what happens is, I'm a coach, right? So I'm guilty of helping people all the time. And I push myself and help people to the point of exhaustion. And I'm doing this clean and clear, not just for all of you. I love all of you, even though I don't know all of you. But I have this like universal love for all of you. And by putting myself on the line and recording all these videos, I'm putting myself up for judgment, because people will say, oh, you look so ugly, you look so fat, or you're, and it is
Yes.
true. It is true. Some of the videos are not entirely completely sharp because I was filming myself. So there was no way I could adjust the lens at the same time. But, you know, I wasn't aiming for perfect. I was just aiming for the pure intention of helping and offering myself. And so when I wanted to put all this there, I wanted to not feel that I was doing this 30 days again, because my friend TC was like, when are we going to do it again? I was like, I don't really want to do things in the same way all the time. Much as I like him and I like doing the 28 days with him, I like doing things in different ways. So that's why I thought, you know what, the next time I want to do it virtual. So I don't even need to get out of my room. And I want to do it in a way that will inspire people, that will support them, that will make them feel that they are not unloved. Or, you know, that's the reason why I want to make this free, because I have gone through periods in my life where I've had burnout and depression. I felt lonely and isolated and nobody cares. So I wanted to offer this as a support to people who feel alone.
Right. That sounds awesome. Thank you.
So anyway, that's the commitment by making this declaration of saying I'm going to do 30 days or 10 minutes at least. I'm basically holding myself accountable. Letting you guys hold me accountable. And I mean, it may sound like it's all about Martha, but really it's about me using myself, hopefully as a role model, that all of you can participate.
Others, right.
Because if I want to, like, I don't know, be a hero or whatever, I can do it so many different ways. But it's really about you guys that I want to help. And so that's what I was telling Vina the other day. I'm going to make those videos. If you make your videos, or if you share your story of how your emotional release is that day, and all of us are sharing, then all of us becomes a community and provide inspiration for the people who are to come. And I want to continue offering Clean and Clear periodically so that more and more people can come, and then they can scroll down and read all these stories. Because it's not the techniques that work. I mean, it's the doing of the techniques that work. So there's no point teaching and no one's doing them.
Yeah, you got to practice it end of the day, right? With anything new that you learn, you got to practice it.
Yeah.
But I liked what you just shared just now. It's like, it sounds like when you're clearing out all the baggage, for the lack of a better word, it sounds like you're saying like it makes you, it kind of tunes your intuition more towards what you're meant to do. Like when you're saying like it's clearer to hear that voice, that intuition, to be guided by it. Because if not, then a lot of it gets drowned when we have a lot of things that, you know, baggage and stuff going on.
Yeah, we I mean, everything that we do is just like law of attraction. We need to have the intent. The intent makes everything flow according to the purpose that we have set out. And so when we say, okay, we want to release, then we release. And then later on we say, okay, we want to let in pleasure. And sometimes just by being open during that space, ideas, inspiration, things to do comes up. And I think this is where we are not bogged down by the garbage or baggage, like you said, you know, that you just summarized. I just summarized it again. But yes, so even as a sexologist, like I keep thinking, okay, let go pain, bring in pleasure. But then there's also all these other things that I didn't know that was the byproduct of what I was doing. I was getting happier. I was becoming more radiant. I was getting slimmer. I was less stressed. I was more inspired, more positive. You can't get that with money. So, any questions? Do you guys have any questions for me?
Hey, Martha, Shane. What I do like about the format is, I guess, you know, being able to put it into action right away, and not just, you know, teaching and hearing the concepts. there's definitely a more focus towards action-oriented types of techniques to helping. I went to a workshop maybe almost 9 years ago that was not focused on self-help. It was focused more on, it was like a quasi-business and personal betterment or excellence type workshop. And one of the things they mentioned that was just triggered a thought in my mind when you mentioned about the letting go of emotions. Every experience you've had throughout your life, puts on further and further, perhaps either goggles or different viewpoints, right? And so this lady got up and she literally took a pair of glasses with the lenses out and stuffed them full of Kleenex, and basically said every life experience that you've had adds more and more to either your glasses, or it helps you clear them, but more of them, you get clouded. You get clouded by the experiences and you get jaded, right? And you, depending on how things have gone in your life. And so the pulling those things out of your virtual glasses, if you will, so that you can see and actually execute or open more of your own abilities, that resonated with me a lot because it just definitely gives you, I guess, a very strong, positive, at least approach to being able to remove these negative emotions and negative baggage, really, that kind of cloud your vision. So I don't know. I just thought I'd share that, but it's valuable, great. If it's not, put it in the can.
Thank you very much for sharing. Yeah, it's like a filter. So that's what came up for me as just sharing this story. The lens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything you want to ask me that you're not sure of what I've been saying or what to expect for the next 30 days?
No, it sounds great. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I guess I was wondering because since you showed me some of the techniques on Monday, I have tried to do some of them, and I realized like 10 minutes is actually really long. I didn't realize it's like, I don't know. For me, it's like I couldn't like do it more than maybe 5. I'm not sure how to sustain it for 10 minutes.
So where and when were you doing it?
I was doing it in my room. I'll give the example. I was trying the pillow scream thing this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, I did feel like I released it because I was like, shaking my body, I was doing that and stuff. But then I just felt like there was no more to go. So I was like, and it's not like even 10 minutes. I'm like, do I force it or what do I do? So
yeah, you can change it and do something else that I taught you. So what happened was on Monday I met Vina and TC. We did a little workshop, and I was sharing with her my favorite technique, one of my favorite, called Lean Well Releasing. And all of you are gonna get all these techniques, all 14 of them. And so pillow scream is I feel when I do pillow scream or hand scream, basically it helps intensify whatever it is that needs to come out. It intensifies for me. And I don't feel it's something that I do for like 10 minutes. So maybe I vary it. So feel free to vary it and listen to your body rather than like be in your head like, am I doing it pretty or am I doing this well enough? As the days go by, I started to feel more and more freedom in my body as well. And I was treating it a little bit like a workout. And my favorite physical emotional release is pillow hitting. So that's the one that I would do for like 30 minutes nonstop. Yeah. So probably that one is the easiest to do. So what you do is you just have a small pillow and you just hit it. And you hit it with sound and with movement. And it's very important to keep your palms open when you're doing it because of the intent to release. So you guys are all going to get all these videos and it's going to get clearer. And we can discuss these techniques in the Facebook group. Everything that we share is going to remain in the group. And I know it's kind of still a very public place because now we have 262 members. And what has happened in the past when I've run other groups is that some of the people don't feel safe to share. And even just by being in a group, they started getting like friend requests or like harassment even. So I want you to know, if you are at any point you feel unsafe, you can approach me and I'll do something about it. Okay, I put myself out there because I'm a teacher and I get harassed. I have been harassed since day one when I was a sexologist. So I've developed a thick skin, but it doesn't mean that I like it. I'm just more used to it than other people. So yeah, I'll take care of you guys. If anything comes up, you can always PM me, like private message me, and just share what you are willing to share, and know that you're taking a brief step in sharing your story. Yeah. Oh yeah, Shane, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to say that some of the questions on like the, if I'm not comfortable with having the videos posted on like the public forum, can I have them just within the group, or how does that work?
Well, you can message me and I can post stuff for you instead of a video. It could be like a journal entry, so I could post it for you instead. Yeah, or you could sign on with like a fake name on Facebook.
I'm better with writing. I mean, videos I certainly I know have a higher value to them, but when I emotionally release, it's better when I write, because as you know, I did a lot of writing in a book and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'll try that first. Let me do that format.
And of course, journaling is also a form of emotional release, as is singing, burning rituals. There's so many different types of emotional release. Yesterday, I was speaking with my supervisor. I'm doing a master's in counseling. And so I was talking to him about it, and he said, yeah, even screaming underwater is an emotional release. So I was like, yeah, I should put that on the list. So I
That's
think
just funny.
Yeah,
that's just funny because it creates bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by the end of it, we'll probably need to come up with like a whole page of emotional release techniques, and gives people ideas. But the one that we'll be sharing will be mostly more physical than energetic.
Yeah. Roller coasters also have good emotional release.
Yeah, screaming on the roller coaster.
Like any adrenaline stuff really does. Yeah.
Yeah. I like screaming. I was very shocked when I was at the 5 Rhythms workshop recently. So this is where we can do free form movement. And I thought like sound and movement goes very well together. And I was so shocked. The facilitator said, don't make sounds, be in your body. I was like, what? So that was new for me, but it's true. When we get into focusing on releasing, we are not really conscious of what's happening in our bodies. So maybe he's like trying to run a different kind of workshop. Yeah, I don't know why I went to that.
Okay.
So yeah, as long as we're intentional about it, it's fine. Okay, so I don't want to belabor the point because there's just a few of us. So I want to ask you guys, if you are going to commit to 10 minutes or 30 minutes, 10 minutes of 30 days every day.
No.
Starting from
the 1st of April.
Okay.
Yes.
30 minutes. 30 days.
30 days.
10 minutes for 30 days.
Yeah.
Every day for 30 days. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are warriors, you showed up. Okay. The next thing I want to ask you is, so I'm committing to it, of course. Then the next thing I want to ask you is, this 30 days, if you were to do 10 minutes every day, and you're letting go of pain and whatever emotions, negative emotions and stuff, what do you want to bring into your life? What do you want to be very intentional in creating in your life?
Positivity, better energy.
Yeah, be specific what exactly you would like to have in your life. Hi, Keisha.
Love.
Okay, so I was just
love for self.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Keisha, I was just asking them whether they, Vina and Shane, are committing to 10 minutes of 30 days of emotional release.
Yes, I am.
Yes, thank you. So then I asked them the next question, which is, we're letting go, but what is it that you would like to make happen or make manifest in your life? What would you like to attract into your life by the end of these 30 days?
A better love for self. Clearer direction on my career choice. I've been doing what I'm doing for almost 10 years, and I've kind of been fighting what I actually think I should be doing. So changing careers. I've been doing this for almost 10 years. So I'm thinking about switching to something else. So just more clarity and get myself out of the way of what I should be doing in order to my higher self.
Cool. So it's really nice to be able to think about what you want and articulate it, because
Yes.
sometimes we get busy and then we forget what actually we wanted to make manifest. So it's important to say it. Have it
Yes,
recorded.
and put it out there into the universe, right?
Yeah, to attract that.
Yes, yes, yes. Give it wings.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about mine, but I think I can relate to Keisha because I'm on a sabbatical, and I can go back to that job, and I've been there about 10 years as well. So, but I'm thinking of switching to maybe a different environment. I don't know whether like maybe doing counseling but in a different environment, or doing something totally different, because I've been going to all this, learning about all these healing and other things as well. Yeah, attracting more courage, more clarity, more love. I just started dating again, so that would be good. Yeah, and especially self-love as well.
Yes. Self-love, major.
Beautiful.
Major thing for me. And also manifesting a new car.
That would be good. That would be nice, right?
Yes. I just moved into a house. So just like Venus said, strength, courage. That's a big step, especially here in New York City on the East Coast, especially in the Northeast. You live in a city, you're in an apartment. So I'm the first of my mother's children to buy a house.
Wow.
Yeah, major thing.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Shane, we cannot hear you. Are you speaking to yourself?
No. Sorry, I was just going to say congratulations on that. That is definitely
Thank you, Shane.
Especially in New York. My mother and my brother live in Brooklyn, and it is just so expensive to buy a home there. So that's a lot.
Yeah,
like
and I
too.
Yeah, 2 sons. So I actually bought a house in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So I'm commuting. Mm-hmm.
So you're doing the 3 hours train?
No, the hour and 15 minutes. But it's 10 minutes walk from the from Grand Central to my job. But it's not too bad. I just wish I was closer to the kids. So, if something happens or if they need me, I'm only 30 minutes away. So I guess that's another thing I'm looking to manifest, being closer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a luxury, it's a necessity.
Absolutely, especially for 2 Black boys in New York City.
And we're
Can't
holding
raise them
space
here.
for you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to be vulnerable and just admit I live with my parents. I have no house.
My parents. Anyway.
So I understand what a big commitment it is.
Mm-hmm. I used to live with my mom for 1.5 years, and I couldn't do it anymore. I had to leave. So God bless you, and God bless them for letting you be there.
Yeah, they saved my ass a few times in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shane,
Yeah.
what's your intention?
My intention is to, I would say, grow past some of the darker times that were last year. I've been, I'm divorced, so I've had a lot of negative emotions recently, and I want to move into a new life aura, I guess, in after April 1st. It's kind of my company's fiscal year ends March 31st, so it's also, both business, but also from, I guess it seems like that date is very, very symbolic for me, but also it's just, I guess, launching into areas that are unknown. I, I always have in the back of my mind, you only have one life. And, Martha knows this, but for the rest of you, I travel a lot. I'm usually out of the country. I'm usually gone for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. And that's caused a lot of challenges with both my, personal life. And it probably did contribute to some degree of ending my marriage, but also I've gained so much more in other areas of my life. But my personal relationships suffer because I'm not home to nurture them. Even though people are only so understanding, at some point they're not. And so good friends of mine that I've had that are very close, they're not close anymore. They're not like acquaintances. I've read other travel blogs and this is the downside of when you have a global job. You have these emotional things that you go through, and a lot of people would say, well, why continue doing it? And it's as it stands today, it still is my job every day. And if I didn't like it, I would stop. But I do like it. And so, knowing the good and the bad parts of it, I would like to have a more enriched experience out of life, and that fuels me every day to keep doing the same kind of role, even with flight delays and travel, not the nonsense of travel. It's still something that I enjoy doing and having as a job. And I don't know, I guess really having more structure and clarity around that lifestyle, but also experiencing more and having just more positivity in my life. I'm 45 now. I'm always so concerned with ages and numbers and numerology and things like that, almost to a fault. So I need to let go of that a little bit, but I just, I know I'm on a linear time scale, and if I don't experience these things, I don't want to be that person that's 90 years old. There's, I think, a Facebook video about this, that didn't live their life. I don't want to be that person. I want to live my life in ways that few ever do. And maybe that's just, my own intention, but I would like to have that as I would say the goal. It's not a specific goal as the others, like, having a car or others. By the way, I got 3 cars, so if you want to buy one, I need to give it. I really do.
Can you ship it?
I could. If it's in Singapore, I got to convert it to the right-hand drive.
Yeah, that would be.
No, I mean, seriously, it just like, I've got to let go of a lot of things. I used to own a big house. I've now downsized to a 2-bedroom place. And I'm really want to be emotionally rid and physically rid of most of the stuff I have. I just don't need it. It's just not a necessity. And I'd rather have experience and these kind of interactions that we're doing today as more part of my life. So.
Thank you.
Sure, thanks.
Okay, so I'm hearing from Keisha and Vina similar things: love, purpose, strength, courage, and both of you want to have better clarity with the purpose, your purpose, or job, career. And Keisha also wants to buy a house. I'm hearing for Sheen that he wants to have more clarity and to move past what happened last year and have a more enriched life. So for myself,
I already have the house.
Yeah,
I already have the house. I just bought it.
Yeah, car, sorry.
Yeah.
Ka, you
I've
want?
been there a month.
So for me, I'm working on my third book now, and I have to get it published in the next 30 days anyway. And I have many projects. I'm doing my master's. I have this and that. So many things with regards to my studies, my career. But I think I want to put this energy and intention towards my book, because this is something that I know will happen and finish in the next 30 days. I haven't even written a single word, so I'm just focusing on finishing my assignment first, my school assignment. So yeah, so that's my intention for the next 30 days, at least for myself.
Okay, so when?
I've learned from publishing 2 books now that each time I do it, I wish I had put in more effort into my books, because it's something that is energy. It took me a long time to learn this. Sorry. Whatever I feel and pour into my words, and which is then held by someone, it is a transference of energy. It's a
yes, it is.
It's the transference. And so I really need to honor that bleeding into words, paper, bleeding into paper. And so
yes.
So
your story is like is life, and it will continue to live on even when you're not here. So yeah, it is important. I mean, I do write too, so but I haven't published any books or anything like that, but I do understand where you're coming from as far as the words are concerned. They're so powerful, and there is a transference that happens from you to the paper, from the paper to the other person that reads it, and they carry those words with them forever. So it is true. Yes.
And it takes a lot. Yeah, it takes a lot of energy. When I was doing my second book, I wouldn't admit it then, but I admit it now. I was burnt out, and I was carrying this baby for like 10 months. And I was feeling burning pains. I was having stomach pains when I was writing the book, because there was so much fear and, coming up. So I'm going to work through writing this third book through this emotional release process.
Yeah. I mean, just to share, because someone I know, a good friend, she's written a few books as well. She's from the States actually, but she's in North Carolina. And the process that she always uses, like I think what you use is using your life experiences, just being really authentic. And that process is channeling that divine as well, connecting to that, so that you kind of let it flow, and it is a spiritual detox to kind of let that, and so that other people can resonate with that experience as well, and they feel like someone else gets it. I'm not alone in that. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you everyone for coming, for showing up. I just want to summarize what you're going to expect in these 30 days. You're going to receive almost 1 video every day. You're going to have 2 emotional releasing interviews from 2 experts every week, and you will have 3 or 4 different techniques every week, and maybe there'll be more things later on, who knows, but each of these experts will be offering a little bonus, a freebie. It can be a downloadable, it could be a laser coaching session, so feel free to reach out to them. And I really would like to invite you to share in that Facebook group, because when you share, you never know, you are helping somebody else. And I'm not going to, make anyone do anything, but this is just a request, if you can, to share. I know I will be, because I'm also wearing that teacher hat, and I'm also holding myself accountable and asking all of you to hold me accountable. So I will be there.
Martha, will you on the, just because I know I will get busy and everything. Will we get notifications for each video, like through the normal Facebook notification or the events? So like when you, I don't know how this works on like a private group, but does it, will you have like a, what do you call it, like on if you're part of the group or you like set up an actual group, we'll get a notification for each video, so that like, because I know if I'm on a plane somewhere in Bali, Indonesia, for example, or something like that, I'll be I just want to make sure I attend, and I keep it top of mind, or I may need to set a reminder. That's one of the better ways. I mean, if it's not on my calendar, I miss stuff.
So yeah, I've been trying, okay, maybe not very successful because I've also been busy. I've been trying to start posting more into the group, but what's going to happen from April 1 is it's suddenly going to be really busy. Like you're going to get 1 or 2 messages every day, at least from me. One of my video of emotional release and maybe some other stuff. And so on every Facebook group, you can have a notifications on. So that's the only thing pretty much.
Okay.
I just suggest that you check in at least every 2 days, because there will definitely be new things every day there. Just for 30 days. And then I'm sure people might get annoyed and then they unsubscribe, but that's maybe not their thing. And I need to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the bigger scheme of things, when these 30 days ends, I want to take all this content, not all your personal videos, but the content that I'm sharing, I'm going to put it into like a different website, and then I want to make it accessible to anybody who wants that content. So now that you've gone through the 30 days, if you know friends, family who would need that content, then I'll put it in another site where everybody can just access it. So I want to make this free, or by donation, but I'm not going to charge people for it. I want this to be a gift, and so you guys will be like the first, I guess, customers. And then if you find that it's useful, then you can recommend your friends to go through that 30 days as well.
Yeah.
So that's just my little project for humanity. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And make new friends. Today I met Keisha.
Yes.
Sorry, Goddess Keisha.
Thank you. And I can't wait to tell Reverend Goddess Charmaine. I'm like, I spoke to Martha. Yesterday was her birthday.
Yes. She's really, really awesome. She has such a powerful presence. It's one of those people that, when she starts opening her mouth and speaking, like all that presence comes out, and then you feel like kissing her feet.
Yes.
It's really powerful.
Yes, she initiated me along with other goddesses last year. Yeah, and it was a beautiful experience. And also to connect with her and, to continue to build and have a relationship with her and look at her as, for me to look at her as an elder. So she's amazing. So much knowledge, so much love. She's awesome.
She is. So she's one of the 8 experts that I have interviewed for this series. And maybe next time I run it, I'll have another 8. And then over time, there'll be more and more resources coming in.
Right.
Okay, so I feel I need to end this call. So this is what we're going to do to end the call. We're going to each give like a little high five into the camera, and then we'll do like our little like witch laugh, whatever that sounds like. I'll show you. Okay, so it goes like this.
Oh, okay.
I just got scared.
I'll hang out.
Very spot on.
Let's do it. So 1, 2.
I just got scared.
Come on, you're one of us now. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.